Hey, what is up, guys? CSGN here with a brand new Madden 20 series. This is going to be a Tennessee Titans rebuild series, sort of a long form series. Not going to be like one of those. So if you're someone who likes this is going to be multiple episodes. If you're someone who's into those little short ones, well, not short, because I know a lot of time goes into those things from other guys like Bangle and C4 and a lot of those other guys do, which was really good content. It's not that, but I would think more that franchise guy, I guess, would be like his franchise series that he does. I think it would be more like that. Try to limit this like maybe 15 episodes. So just something to do when I don't feel like playing the Packers franchise. And I think that's going to be pretty good for us, just to do something else. So either way, I spent all this time talking about the series. So about the subjects of this series, and that's the Tennessee Titans, and the big question around this team is, are you going to pay Marcus Mariota the type of money that he's going to definitely demand? And the question and the answer on that is, I don't know yet. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to, but we take a look at the rest of this team. Decent offensive line. It's okay. And you took a look at some of the weapons. I'm sort of indifferent on. I'm sort of, take it or leave it with a lot of these guys. I feel like their best offensive player is a running back. And it's not like he's a running back that can really, I think, elitely change the game. He's not like a Zeke Elliott. It's not like an Alvin Kamara, where this is a guy that can go out and catch passes. He's like your traditional bruising running back. So, are we even going to bring him back? I'm not 100% sure. Probably will. Either way, we take a look here. Dory Jackson. The strength of this team is definitely that defense and more of the secondary. You have Jarrell Casey on that defensive line. They did draft Justin Simmons, but he's going to be out for the entire season with a torn ACL. I did use the actual injuries. And then Kevin Byard, I believe that's how you say his name, has turned into one of the best free safeties in all of football. So this is the guy who's definitely an elite level player. And you see there, he's definitely going to have eventually definitely be a 90 plus overall. We're going to make one free agency move here. We don't want someone on that left end. I was looking at Robert Mdiche, and I decided against it. Decided to go with Muhammad Wilkerson. He's a steady hand. You know what you're going to get from him. And 29 years old, still a good football player. I'm surprised the Packers didn't bring him back, but they brought in a bunch of younger guys who want to get those guys playing time. And there's Jeffrey Simmons Jr., like I said, torn ACL. There's a wide receiver with a broken ankle. And then during the preseason, Derrick Henry dislocated his ankle. He's going to miss a few weeks. And then take a look here. We're going to set our goal for the season. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted this to be. I didn't want to commit to the playoffs, so we just went with 7 wins. Wish there was a bit more you could do with that. So week 1, the Cleveland Browns and Myles Garrett. You got to go up against this absolute beast of a man week 1 and this Cleveland Browns team, this much hyped Cleveland Browns team. I think they're going to be great. Personally, that's just me. I don't know what other people think. Maybe you guys don't think they're going to be that good. But I think they're going to be really, really good. Baker Mayfield, I'm a big fan of him. I was on the Baker Mayfield hype train early. I thought he was the best quarterback coming out of the draft last year, and I don't want to toot my own horn and say he proved that right, but he definitely proved that right, I think. And going forward, I think the sky's the limit for this dude. But like I said, with this series, it's not going to be as like the Packers series. This is going to be more play the moments. So we're going to do a lot of that. I still think play the moments is one of the best things they've ever added to franchise, because eventually when they break this game, And they will break it, people. They will break it. I promise you they'll break it. This is the way I'm probably going to end up primarily playing. So we're down 17-10. And we try getting something going before the half. 2nd and 10 now. Mariota. We tried the little dump off. Screenplay in the blockers. I don't know what the hell he was doing. The blocker, instead of just getting the lead guy, I think it's because I hit turbo. God forbid you hit the turbo button. We try running out here. We end up getting sacked. And we just ended up having to punt the football away. Because that was a failed moment. That wasn't good. And they go out and get a field goal. I believe a touchdown out of it. I'm not 100% sure. So we come back, 3rd and 6, 23-10. Mariota has to stand in there because these guys aren't creating a lot of separation. So one of the things I've really noticed is that the receivers on this team just cannot create separation whatsoever. And, I think Matt LaFleur knew that last season. I think that's why you saw them just have to pound the rock so much. But either way, we get a nice pitch play. Dion Lewis in for the score. That time the blocking held up. Someone actually followed their blocking assignment, so we get the touchdown, 17-23. Then we come back out, 1st and goal here. I'm looking around, I'm running, and then we get sacked by Myles Garrett. That was his first sack of the game, so we somewhat contained him until I came in and took over. 2nd and goal now, that's almost picked off, and that's not very good. Marcus Mariota. And then we try a run here to Dion Lewis. He gets a few yards, but I thought about going for it here, but it was like it's 8:30 left. I don't really need to go for it. We're just going to kick this field goal. We're going to get the points, pull within 3, and hope our defense can hold and let us get a chance to go win this game. And I come in with about 2 minutes left here to play some defense, and we keep this man. I believe that was in, I forgot who that is exactly. They don't put the names up below the CPU players anymore. If you notice in my Packers series, I have to take a moment to sort of remember who that is on the team, and then I blow this play defensively. This one's on me. I got sort of enamored with the sweep action there that they tried. I thought that was going to be a jet sweep play. I go and bite on it, and that clears up a running lane, and there's a touchdown. And it's not entirely over, but we have to get a touchdown. I almost get picked off here, but Tawon Taylor comes down with the football. That dude, he's pretty good. So maybe we found a little star on this team, and A.J. Brown, we went to him, and not much for him. 2nd and 10 now. Mariota stands in the pocket, and Tawon Taylor, tight throw, comes down with it. But man, there's just not enough time left, and we don't have a timeout. We go for 2 anyways, though. You never know what could happen on that onside kick. We can maybe get it, run at some quick action, maybe pick up a big chunk of yards on the sideline, and maybe get a field goal, because a field goal at this point would win it for us. I don't know what to do on these onside kicks. There's really, they've never made a mechanic. They end up recovering it, and we end up losing this game. And that's really disappointing. I was thinking maybe instead of going for that field goal, I should have went for it. But Mariota had a pretty pedestrian day. 24-43, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And rushing, Dion Lewis, 86 yards, 1 touchdown. Mariota also had a rushing touchdown. I don't remember seeing quarterbacks in when you simmed it having touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. I don't remember that. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's a start. Tawon Taylor, 10 receptions, 123 yards, and 1 touchdown. No one else really showed up for us. Jack Conklin gave up a sack. Taylor Lewan gave up a sack because he's not on steroids anymore. That was a nasty comment by me. I apologize for that. That was uncalled for. That was a nasty line. That was a nasty line by me. But Kevin Byard had a interception, so keeping up with being one of the better players, one of the better safeties in the league. And then we had 1.5 sack for Jarrell Casey, 1.5 sacks for Cameron Wake, and just not enough defense, I feel. Definitely need to get to Baker more and make it tougher on them. Come here, we simulate the training. I'm going to simulate all training so we don't get an unfair advantage or anything like that. We're just going to get our bronze. I believe I'm using Bengals XP sliders, so we're using his. So if you're asking about that, Mariota, after I just got done calling him pedestrian, he ends up with an upgrade. This one we decide to go for field general, I believe, and we get him that field general upgrade. Come on, click on it. There we go. We get it, and he gets. My microphone's in the way. He gets a. I couldn't see. I think it was a deep throw accuracy upgrade +1 and a couple other things +1. LaShawn Sims, cornerback, he gets an upgrade of +2 awareness and +2 man coverage. That's pretty good. And then we play the Indianapolis Colts in week 2 of the season. Every other AFC South team lost, so the entire AFC South is 0-1 coming into this game, which means there's actually, a decent opportunity here to pick up a win and not pull ahead because it's still super early in the season, but just to get some momentum going for this team. And we don't get any early as we're down 10-0. We come into the game here. Dion Lewis, he's doing pretty good for us. And we get that first down. And for some reason, we changed the sides of the fields in the middle of the second quarter. After that play, we went this way, and I was like sort of thrown off for a bit there. Either way, Mariota finds his man there. 2nd and 4 now. Mariota steps back, drops, finds Delaney Walker. Stiff arms a man. Now we're at the 5. 1st and goal, Mariota. Looking. And then this is on me entirely. This was a terrible throw. I decided to go across the body. And you just can't do that. That's on me. That's not on Mariota. Maybe I'm a little too used to playing with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers could make those throws, but either way, our defense does our holds and doesn't give up any points. And then our blockers don't know what the hell they're doing again. They looked at Wilson there and then decided to go block someone else, like a bunch of jerk offs. And then there's Tawan Taylor again. This dude just gets open and makes plays. I am a big fan of him. He has been one of the few receiving options that's not a tight end that has worked for us. So either way, our defense holds again. I roll around here. We end up finding Davis again for a nice little gain there. 2nd and 4 now. Mariota looking. I roll out again, and this time I decide to take off, and then we slide it down. We're trying to get something going before we head into the half. And then there's Mariota again. We find Davis again. And we get a really nice play there with about 30 some odd seconds left. We call a hurry up. That stupid runoff, I think, takes too much time off the clock. We get another nice big play there. And I just call a timeout and end up kicking a 44-yard field goal before half. It's up. It's good. So we're tied up before we go into the half. And then we come back out here. Our defense they need me, it says. So, all right, I'll come in and play defense. We get Adoree Jackson covers up T.Y. Hilton, and then some jerk-off comes and moves Adoree Jackson out of the way, and then T.Y. Hilton is going for a touchdown. That one's not on me. I'm not accepting that. That's on the jerk-off teammate that decided to come and tackle for no reason when Adoree Jackson was already wrapping him up. So that's just my 2 cents on that. They pull ahead 24-17 in the 4th quarter, and so it's now winning time. It's 4th quarter, 2 minutes to go. We got to make something happen here. I'm not ecstatic about this quarterback, but hey, you know what? I just won a game with DeShone Kizer, so I think I can win a game with Marcus Mariota. We take off here. He gets a nice run out of bounds. He gets tackled anyways. And I like that this is a penalty in the game. You just can't go laying guys out after that. Unnecessary roughness. Tack on another 15. So we're 1st and 10 here. We're driving, and then we almost get sacked here. He gets out of it, and then we just throw it away. That's a flag, and that means an eligible man downfield. We're going backwards 5. I don't know if a team would actually take that. They would probably decline that and just go for 2nd and 10. Instead of giving us another fresh 1st down, but we end up getting sacked. But because it was still 1st down, it's 2nd and 18. So Mariota here looks around, takes off, runs, slides down. I am really going Andy Reid with my clock management in this game, I've noticed. So Mariota then finds Delaney Walker and picks up the first down, and that's very nice for us. 1st and 10 now, we come back. Mariota looks. I had a guy open there, but I just don't trust Mariota to make these throws too much. We tried running it, and then that gets blown up, so I have to call a timeout with 14 seconds left. So this is like looking sort of bleak. We go for Brown. That's almost picked off. Brown had a hand on it, but couldn't bring it in. So it's 4th and 4. Everything comes down to this right here. And Mariota steps back. I have a guy breaking open, but I say screw it. We're just going to hold on to it with Mariota. And we get the touchdown. So all we need is the PAT. I don't trust the CPU to do it. I've watched enough rebuilds. The CPU misses it, and I almost blow the kick. But we just got enough of it, and it gets in, so we're tied up. And then I decide, let's squib this kick, right? Like, they're not gonna, like, none of the players are gonna get this squib, right? None of them are gonna get it. Some asshole gets it, and he starts running. I'm like, oh no. This is gonna be the most embarrassing loss ever. But it leaves just enough time on the clock for them to maybe get a Hail Mary. But either way, we get Landry here. Harold Landry gets a sack. That's his 3rd of the game. And we're now taking this one into overtime. So first overtime game for me in Madden this season, which is pretty cool. And either way, Dion Lewis with another nice run. I really should commit to the run game a bit more when I play Madden. Either way, here's Delaney Walker again making another nice play, keeping the chains moving. And then Mariota, he's having a pretty nice game so far, despite that. I'll only give him, he threw one interception on his own. But the other interception, that was entirely on me. That was just a bad throw by me. I got a little impatient. I got impatient here, and then Davis comes down with this football. We get to the 5. I'm thinking, oh boy, we're going to get a touchdown here. We're going to end this game. We're going to ice it 1st and goal. I'm looking, and I get sacked by Justin Houston. I think that's Justin Houston. I could be wrong. I could have just said the wrong name. And then we throw it here to Pruitt. We get some of that back. We get to the 6. We get just about all of it back. 3rd and goal now. We're looking here. I had a guy open. I just noticed that. I had him open. But either way, Humphreys breaks open. But that douche, Conklin, decides to hold. Decides to be a jerk off and hold. Just what a greedy person. And so now here we are. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh my God. And I just throw this one cross body again. And that's almost picked off. That was just, that's on me. That's on a Mariota. So we come back here. We get a 33-yard field goal to take the lead. Now, before this would have just ended the game, and I would have been like, all right, let's just kick this field goal, end the game, we get the win. But we leave just enough time on the clock for Andrew Luck to do Andrew Luck things as he starts running this 2-minute offense. Guys like him, this is where they make their money. That 2-minute offense, you need points, you need them quick. Get up the field. But I'm also thinking, wait, these pricks are going to go for the tie. I just had, like, when I was playing this, I had the thought, like, they're going to go for the tie because the AI in this game is stupid. You think this is 4-down territory here. They get it off to Doyle, then Muhammad Wilkerson pops him. And then Malcolm Butler picks up scoop and recovery. And I could have just slid down and walked out of bounds, took the W, but either way, I said, screw that. We're taking this one back to the house, and we are going to put up some points here, 33-24. That is your final score as the Titans pick up the first one of the season. Jack Doyle, he thought he was doing something, but Muhammad Wilkerson, he was down on our depth charts for some reason because I didn't go in and after I signed him and do it. So actually, during that defensive drive, I decided to move up Muhammad Wilkerson. And that's how he ended up on the field and made that play. So our first win of the season, we defeat the Tennessee Titans defeat the Indianapolis Colts 33-24. Mariota 34 of 48, 360 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. One of those is on me. Very nice game for him. And then Dion Lewis had a nice game. Mariota, another rushing touchdown. That one was mine. Receiving, Corey Davis had a big game, no tutties for him. Tawan Taylor, 1 touchdown on 8 receptions and 73 yards. And then Delaney Walker, 7 receptions, 53 yards, and 1 touchdown for him. So you guys can take a look at the rest of these stats here, especially the defensive stats and things like that. But I'm going to get out of here because I've been talking for like 20 minutes. I don't normally do this long. I feel all this spit and saliva in my mouth, and it's bothering me. And I want to stop recording this video so I can render it out and then go to sleep because it's going on 3 a.m. and I am tired. So when we get back, we're going to get some scouting in, I believe, for some prospects. We're going to get, I believe, our first look at some free agency stuff. And then we got to play the Jaguars, who, another AFC South matchup, and then probably a few more games after that. So this was a good start to this episode and this series, and if you watch this entire thing, I want to thank you for watching it, and then I'll catch you later. Peace.